Hi guys, and welcome to Fish Fan Friday, the day that I give you updates on all of my fish tanks so you can see how everybody is doing. Instead of filming myself today, I just figured that I will show you more of my tanks and show you some of the water changes and cool changes that are happening in the fish room. The males are finally leaving their dividers and having their own little special spaces, their own tank space, so I will show you that very soon. And at the very end of the video, there is going to be a giveaway where you can get something pretty cute. So what I wanted to start off with is, here's my female sorority tank with way too many Endlers. I think I will have to either move these guys somewhere else or maybe sell some. I don't know. I don't know if I'm happy with this amount. But besides that, if you notice more closely, filming this with my phone, so the quality is not the best. The algae is starting to recede, so the combination of water change, maintenance, and using the DIY CO2 is working, is helping the tank. And of course, the Endlers will nibble, and the autosynclus catfish, there's one right there, will help eat some of the algae, and the pothos plants are also helping as well. So it's a nice combination of everything. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put some cardboard right here on this side of the tank that should help block the light from the window. And once I get that, I think I will completely win the battle with the algae finally, because we're winning. We're winning, guys. So that is really awesome. And females, everybody's begging. I haven't fed them yet, so they're all like, hey, feed me, please. But they're all doing really well, and I'm pretty happy with what's going on, besides the fact that I need to pour more water in because all that water right here evaporated. So let's move on to the rest of the tanks, and don't forget to stay tuned to the very end of the video where you can find out about the giveaway. Woo! So I'm doing a water change, a very large water change on the fry tank. I'm using moss balls to block the entrances, so I can kind of leave this alone and then the fish won't swim, because as you can see, they get pretty curious. Here is my siphon, and then right here, I'm pulling out some of the water, and I'm actually, while this siphons, I'm going to be watering my plants with the fish tank water, because fish tank water is awesome. So I'm almost done. I think one more minute, and then I'm gonna clean the glass and refill this tank. So here I am pouring in the water. I use my Python hose, which is connected to the sink, to pour the water in that way. It is still more gentle than pouring in the water using a bucket, but the current is stronger. So that is something I do now that my fry are a lot bigger. As you can see, I still haven't cleaned the glass. But with my little fry, I used to pour water in first by hand, and then what I did is I used airline tubing and an elevated bucket to pour in water when I first moved them to this 20-gallon long. And now I'm at a point where I can start using the Python, and right now, see, the water is going from the sink, it's pouring in, and it's slowly pouring into the tank. I put some prime conditioner in here, I put some aquarium salt in here. And now I just gotta clean the glass, and they're gonna be nice and happy with their new clean water. For those of you who have been wondering how I refill my tank when I do water changes, what I do is I like how it says, let's do this. I put a bucket of pre-mixed water. There's aquarium salt in here and prime dechlorinator, as well as it's the correct temperature. And I first mix it in here, and then I use aquarium hosing with the power of gravity to slowly pour in. I have it clipped to the light right here. To slowly pour the water and refill the tank. The way I do this is, at the moment you could fit about 7 gallons of water in here, and I filled up a 5-gallon bucket, so that way I know as all this dumps slowly into this tank, I know I won't overfill my tank. So now what I can do is either siphon my other tanks and do some other maintenance, or I can, just do other stuff so I don't have to refill this tank by hand. I'm also not using a pump, so I'm saving money. Now this does take a long time. Obviously this is a very small hose, so it refills this tank in roughly about 20 minutes to half an hour, if not a little more. But this is hands-free, so I can do other stuff while this is happening. To siphon the tank, I actually use a larger tube, which is this one. As you can see, it's much thicker in comparison, so it siphons water faster, so I can very quickly clean the bottom of the tank, and usually it takes me about 5 minutes to siphon the tank, roughly 5 to sometimes 10 if I take a longer time. Now for this particular tank, because I don't want to suck up the baby fish, I'll take off the normal siphon attachment. This is usually what you have with normal aquarium siphons, and the reason why I'm only using the hose is that when I'm holding it, I hold it like this with my finger right here, and as a fish, baby betta, gets too close as I'm siphoning, I can quickly, for an emergency, use my finger to plug it up and kind of shoo the baby betta away, so I can very, easily control. You can't really do that with the larger siphon, so this is kind of my way of ensuring that I don't siphon the babies. Here's the female tank. I actually wanted to film him to show how his colors have changed, how he is marbled. So I took the light from the female tank. I don't have a container right now that's not scratchy. And even though this is less than ideal because it's round, I thought, hey, it might be just barely good enough to be able to see him under a stronger light. Because the tank he's in right now, the light is not that strong. So it's hard to see his changes. But he definitely has the motivation to get all pretty. Because he's got the ladies. Ooh, this is good angle. He's such a pretty boy. Even if he's marbled and is turning black. And then this one is jealous because I'm not giving him any attention, and instead I'm doing water changes and maintaining all the tanks. So he decided he's gonna bug me and try to look cute. He's like, I'm just coincidentally laying here, I mean, if you want to pet me, you totally can, I'm just here. He's gonna eventually get mad that I'm ignoring him. He'll bite me in the leg. He always does that. He'll be super cute. And then be a butt, right? Right, you butt? You're totally a butt. Want me to pet you? Oh, you do want me to pet you. Okay. There you go. I'm sorry. I didn't give you enough attention. There you go. So over here, I ended up dividing the 5.5 gallon tank with a new divider that I got from Life with Pets. Life with Pets on YouTube now has 5.5 gallon dividers that she sells on her website, so be sure to go to her YouTube channel and check them out. They're really, really awesome. So I thought since these are two black cats, they would have enough room if I split this between them. And this is the red male. I'm currently acclimating him, so he's in his little cup, so he has a few minutes to adjust. And then after taking photos of my other marble koi male, giving him some time to adjust as well. He's kind of exploring what's going on. I also did a 50% water change on this tank, so that's why there's bubbles everywhere. And then in this tank, what I decided to is I carded it, so that way they won't stress out, but I took out one of the breeding containers, and I'm actually going to set him free in this tank, and he's going to kind of live in here for a while, in my breeding tank, until I set up my second 5.5 gallon that I'll probably divide as well. And then I was hoping would be a future home for this guy, as well as any future potential males I would use for breeding. So at least that's kind of the plan. So I thought it would be cool if I released him on camera. I thought you guys would appreciate that, to see him explore his new tank for the first time. So, dum, 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 dum. He's like, what? He's like, I'm not sure. Should I leave the box? The box is safe. I'm going into, he's just like slowly floating. You not want to? He's like, I don't know. He's like, but the box is safe. I feel safe in the box. I'll just go back. You're okay. Be brave. Be brave. There we go. See? You did it. I need to take out this. Ugh. And now he is in, I'm gonna put this in the sink. There we go, so I can wash it. He's in this tank. There's just a little bowl with some beads from the other tank. There is some guppy grass, water lettuce, some Java fern over here, a heater, and a bubble filter. Nothing super fancy or complex that he can get his fins stuck on. But the reason I added this bowl in here is because it would get a little crowded in this tank, so I need to take something out. And this will give him something extra to explore, so this tank is not super empty. This tank is more empty than I would like at the moment, but this will do for him. And if he does get to the very tippy top, there is a little gap, so he will be able to see the other male if the male is there, if they're there at the same time, so they can flare at each other, so he doesn't get bored. But mostly, as you can see, they're covered, so he can peacefully explore his tank. And then he does have pretty strong bubbles on the bubble filter, but they're facing the wall and they're pointing up, so. Actually, to make this a little more comfortable for him, I'm going to take this floaty log, because the baby bed doesn't really use it that much. And I'll put it in here, actually. I think he will like the floaty log, because then he can go in here. And it'll kind of mimic the breeding container, just somewhere where he can go inside to feel safe. I think this will be a good temporary setup for him. Until, in the future, if I breed, I'll move him out. If not, he'll just be in here for now. But this is a cycled tank, and he's already been in here, so this will work. So I kind of like the little boys club I'm having up there. I'm starting to have up here, and then of course, Mr. Jealous is back here again because he wants to be petted. Do I smell like aquariums? Do I smell like fish? You're so needy today. You're so needy. You are. And then, of course, here is my lovely fry tank after I did the water change and I kind of let the water settle a little bit. The fry are growing pretty fast. As you can see, they are starting to marble. So you can kind of notice that they are starting to have little splotchy patterns. These patterns should over time start to develop into a nice koi pattern in theory. I have some other different colored babies. I have some blues and purplish types. Some of them are like blue and reddish. It's hard to tell. Eventually when I have to sell them, I will get a little breeding container and put them one by one in a breeding container with under good lighting, so I can or a critter keeper, so I can properly photograph them and film them. But this is kind of how they're looking. Also, I have bad news. I think all my Daphnia have died. The Cyclops have won the battle and have taken over this whole tub. So now that it's warm outside, I'm considering taking this outside and just letting, because these guys can be fine outside and they can just breed. I still feed the Cyclops to the baby bettas and they like it. So what I'll do is I'll move this, and this will free up all this room that I can use for storage, storing buckets, because right now my buckets are out here and it's kind of messy. So that's kind of the plan over here. Moki's still here, just hoping And maybe I'll love him. Yeah, you want to get petted? Usually he doesn't bother me so much while I do fish maintenance, but just today he needed love, and he apparently needed to be in Fish Fan Friday. Maybe because, coincidentally, there's gonna be a giveaway for a cat-themed item. Maybe that's why we have cat. He knows. He knows. So, that is kind of what's happening. I'm gonna do their 3-month-old update soonish. I just have to check on the calendar when they turn 3 months old, or have they already, because I kind of lost track. I haven't been paying attention. So, that's gonna happen, and I'm kind of happy with how things are going here, because everybody's doing really well. I think I could probably, it's been like 7 minutes according to, don't bite me. Hey, don't be mean. I'm trying to film. It's not Cat Fan Friday, it's Fish Fan Friday. He's so annoyed. It's annoyed cat tail. So, what? I'm trying to film. Can I film, please? Okay. It's been 8 minutes on the recording, so what I'll do is I'll set this guy free. I never want to leave the containers. Come on, be brave. Ow! And he bit me. Yep, Muki bit me. Yep, he's at your butt. Go forth. This video. Ugh, I get one hand struggles. That was less than ideal. Okay. We got this. So now I can move this forward so this can be better lit. And you can see the 2 marble coin mouths. Now, of course, they will be able to see each other just a little bit through the holes, but that's a good thing, because bettas do tend to get depressed and bored when they're completely alone. So being able to see each other just a tiny bit will be enough to keep them interested. And you can see the size difference. There's glare. Let me see if this will help. So you can see the size difference. This guy is much larger. This guy is pretty young. And then this guy is he's just begging for food at this point. He's explored and he's done, and now he's like, hey, you want to feed me, maybe? Possibly. My gosh, this camera cannot adjust. The white balance is struggling so hard. This is the kind of guy that I would imagine would do horribly with a tank with a strong current. This is just barely qualifying because it's not pushing him. So, see how in this tank there's filtration on one side, but there isn't on this side? Ideally, you would want filtration on both sides with dividers. But with Life with Pets on YouTube, you can ask her, request to make, for her to make more holes in the divider. And what I'll do is, for the other tank, I will request and probably buy a divider with more holes, and then have one filter in the middle. And then just have no filter on the 2 sides. And just do frequent water changes, and he would go on the side with no filter. So he would have very, very minimum water flow. Oh, he's figured out that the other guy's there. They know. Oh, now they're gonna have a non-existent battle. Oh, he's getting sassy now. They're show off for him. But this is good. It's healthy for them to flare and get all feisty. And because it's half covered, they still get to have, there are moments where they don't see each other. It'll break up the fight. So they're not going to be completely obsessed with each other all the time. So, and then of course I could always move this out and then they'll completely flare. But, yep, I think everyone's happy. Unfortunately, this guy, he can't really see anyone unless he kind of sees this guy a little bit through the hole. So what I will be using is a mirror once a day so he can flare it himself, so he can also get his little exercise. But meanwhile, during the day, he'll be able to kind of see him here and there through the hole, which should be just enough to keep him interested. Oh, he's so excited now. It's like, I'm just gonna flare all over my tank. This is my spot now. He's also excited because he saw the girls earlier, so there's a lot of things happening in his life today. But I think that's kind of where I'm gonna end it. Oh, he's like exploring the bubbles. I hope that you... Are you gonna go in there? Oh, he did. He likes it. So I hope that you enjoyed this Fan Friday. And now, let me show you what I have to give away. You could win something awesome. So let me show you that. What's that, Muki? Is that a mug that completely matches your personality and perfectly match what you did today when you bit me in the leg when you were a butt because you wanted to be petted? What? This is totally Muki. Yep. So, the company Take On Wear decided to send us 2 mugs and give them away for you guys. So, there will be a link to a giveaway in the description and in the comments below, and you can win this mug, which reflects the spirit of Muki. He is bestowing his kittiness onto it. There will be also a special discount code link, so if you would like to get this mug, which is hilariously cute, you can do so as well. But I thought it'd be fun to give you guys a giveaway, and it's a fun surprise. And I don't know, the fact that Muki was being this crazy and kind of a butt today, it was perfect. It was perfect. And next week on Fishy Fan Friday, there's gonna be another giveaway, so definitely look forward to that. What do you think? Does this match you, Muki? Yeah, this is totally you. This is totally you. So, be sure to enter to win the I Do What I Want mug. Muki themed. Even though this is Fish Fan Friday, sometimes other critters infiltrate. So, if you liked this video, especially because it was a little different than usual, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure down in the comments below, let me know, are you Team Cat? Are you Team Muki? We used to do Team Banana before. I want to see how many of you guys are Team Muki. And if you like this video, be sure to share it with your friends. So hopefully we can grow this channel even more and do more awesome things together. You guys are awesome, and I will see you on Monday.